Today I'm by myself because there is a 5-lap championship going on where there's 12 races, 16 drivers right now. I'll run you through the calendar for all the races for today. They go with Britain first, then Portugal, then Italy, then Belgium, then Bahrain, then Russia, then France, then USA, then Azerbaijan, then Mexico, then Singapore, then Hungary, then Brazil. It's 12 races, and yeah, just a bit of fun really, but just to, you know, make sure of it all, we're just having a bit of fun, and I thought, you know, you might as well get in on it and commentate it, because, you know, it'll be good for the league, because it's a bit different to the normal short qualifying and then the race. So 5 lappers each race, 12 races, 16 drivers as of right now, and yeah, very, very nice indeed. I'm not Leo, mate, unfortunately. Here we go then. And we are actually, sorry for the silence there, but we are starting right now, so I've absolutely timed this to perfection. Changed it too early, and even added an extra. How nice, how nice. Thank you very much. We're starting in Britain. Home Grand Prix to so many. I forgot to tell you the teams. I'll be telling you that in a minute. You can have a look at them there. Can't tell you them right now because I don't have enough time. I'll do it at the end of the next race, I think. But actually, I could just do that now, couldn't I? Because I gave myself enough time. We've got James in the Mercedes, we've got Logic and J Davies in the Red Bull, we've got Lucas and Spuffy Fett Roche in McLarens, we got Barenko and Apex Finley in the Aston Martins, we got, I can't pronounce that name, sorry, we got Izzy Chicken Wing as well in Alfa Romeo, we got Charlotte Clerk and the Gamer in Alpha Tauri, we got Norwich Fan in Ferrari, we got Skip Butties in Alpine, we got Saucy in the Haas, Toxic to Sweet, and we got D.H. Taylor, Nontas in the Williams. And yeah, that's the teams. Hold on, let me just quickly try and pronounce that. Alpha Ajnek. I'm just gonna call you Ajnek, if that's alright. Okay. Yeah, that's a bit of an awkward name to pronounce. If I could pronounce that, would be lovely, but unfortunately I can't do that, so. Yeah, let's do this, Josh, let's do this. Nice little fast-paced thing here today. 5 laps, 12 races. And we'll run myself today. There's no formation lap, so here we are then for the first race in Britain, and it's lights out and away they go. It's Ajnek on pole, and it's a random grid of course as James is at the back with Toxic Sweet at the back as well. They're going to go into the first corner. Anybody's spinning around as Williams going wide. There is a spinner as well, and James Biscuit is not off of the grid very well as he's just stationary. J Davies was the man this round. Everybody else just entering into the first few corners as James Biscuit is disqualified already, as Sjaznek leads from pole still as the Gamer gets past Lazy Chicken Wing. Temp is up into P8 already, Nantas up into P6 as J Davies with a not great start is at the back, and so already there as we got Norwich Fan coming up into 11th place. I think that's the Taylor who does spin around, could invite a little move for there. There's a spinning on the straight as well for the Williams again of Nantas instead, who collides with J Davies instead. I don't know what happened there. Lucas is now into the lead of the race. Front of the sides that goes, they go through Maggots and Beckett's, and I don't know what's happened to Jack there in the Alpine, but he's now got Norwich Fan right behind him in contention for, not even in the points right now, but I know that it was a random grid as I'm going to go through where everybody started. Charlotte Clerk started very far back, he's up into 11th place. Same with Barenko, and Spuffy is round, I think that's Stowe, yes it is, he's round. That helps out a lot of people gaining the positions from the back of the grid, as the top three have made it up at least 4 positions to get there. As Jacek from pole has unfortunately lost it there, as the gamer also lost it a little bit there. As they're entering the first few corners now, as Barenko gets past Saucy, coming into the first corner. That was a bit of a dodgy move that could have gone completely wrong, but it didn't. Charles Leclerc has got a bit of a way to catch, and there's only 5 laps, so can he get up the points? As Norwich fan and Jack quite very favourites here to try and win, as Nontas I think is round again, and so is Spuffy Rocher, who gets a 2-second penalty for cutting corners there. As his other flags obviously in sector 1 for that. I need to do the full track map quickly so you can see that. The leader's in the lead by 2 seconds now, as when DRS gets enabled at the end of this lap, we'll see something happen, but there might be something happening into Magnus and Beckett's. I don't think there's enough time for Apex Finley to get alongside and get in to first place of the race. But the podium, like I said, has made up at least 4 positions each to get into their given places, as Logic is in 5th, Lazy Chicken Wing in 6th, Barenko 7th, Taylor in 8th, Saucy in 9th, Charles Leclerc in 10th, Josh and Jack in 11th and 12th, Toxic Sweet in 13th. All of them you'd think could be on the podium in the normal race, but obviously the random grid might have messed them up a little bit as they come through the Vale chicane, coming round to enable the DRS for this race, or like this little sprint of it, as he actually goes fastest of all right now. Is anybody else going to top that lap? I put my bets on one of the Ferraris or the Alpines to do that. They'll come across the line and they don't do that, so Lucas is the fastest man on the track right now, as Jay Davies taking a little bit of air. This is not a Red Bull, as he does get round, which is what I was trying to get to, but it didn't let me for some reason. As Logic's up into 4th place now, as they're going to be battling for the position now. Who's going to get the DRS? None of them do. Somehow none of them have got the DRS, but the slipstream might help him out enough, because he's going to go down the inside here of Brooklands into Luffield, as they're going to keep it pinned side by side here. He goes a little bit too deep into the corner. They're going to keep going. They're going so close. He does get the move done, and he keeps it done, as Saucy I think made a little spin there, as Norwich is up into P9 past Charles Leclerc as well. As they cannot keep it going, Logic Skills up into P4, as Shaz's Neck into P5, as they're going side by side for quite a few corners there. Nice, lovely, clean racing, and that was brilliant. As Apex Finley's going to have DRS, is he going to get close enough? As Lucas is very much weaving there. I'm not sure how legal that is, but he's going to keep it the lead into Stowe corner. Saznik though wants to get closer and closer. His yellow flags, I think that is for the J Davies in the Red Bull. He's spinning its, I think that is, yes, Cops corner. Spinning Nontas, not having the greatest race. He's 33 seconds behind. Spuffy Rocher is 21 seconds behind the rest of them. Ahead of Toxic Sweet, all split by enough, but Lazy Chicken Wing and Charles Leclerc are both round through the Vale chicane. That's not very good for them, clearly. But that also helps out a lot of people, as I think that's Lucas who was in the lead of the race, spin to the first corner. He's down to 7th place. Apex Finley's in the lead by 2 seconds. He's got to keep the lead of this race, keep the car not spun around in the right directions, as Logic Skills is up into the podium now. But there's a lot of penalties that have been given out. 2-second penalties, 4-second penalties, 6-second penalties, 3-second penalties. There's so many of them, as they're obviously all on the soft compound tyre there, and getting a little bit on the gravel, that is. As Nick has started on pole, and Charles Leclerc has just retired from the session. He knows he can't get points right now with the little tangle, with the laggy Lazy Chicken Wing, I have to say. But yeah, nothing much else to talk about. But there is now, as the leader of the race beforehand spun round, and now he has retired from the session as well. He has had a massive turnaround from lap 3 to lap 4. He was in the lead, and he's now out of this race completely, because he believes that he cannot get the points, because maybe the tyres are just a bit too warm for his liking in this race. As Toxic Sweet can make the pass on Jack there, as Norwich fan actually makes the pass as well. He's getting the places too. He's got one more lap to make up a place to get up into Dar Taylor. Actually had a little dive bomb there, I think. I'm not sure what happened with the placing there. Sazek will be under pressure from the fastest man on the circuit right now, which is not actually Norwich fan. It's Toxic Sweet. It's the fastest lap of the race. It's the first round right now. It's 5 hour championship, mate. 5 hour championship is this is not for points in the championship. It's just a bit of fun, fast paced racing. As the podium looking like it's going to stay the same because of the DRS trains that have been giving up. Is this the gamer will get passed through Maggots and Beckett's into Stove from Chapel. Leo says hello. It's Leo. I forgot to log out. Haha, hold on. Oh, hello Leo. This is only the first race, Leo. This is the first race. This is the first race, and right now, as you can see, Nightfan has passed Saznek already. I thought he'd be going under some pressure into the first. So next DRS zone as Logic Skills are getting so touchy up into, and that's a brilliant pass. What a move that is. He's even going to get DRS to defend it as well from Logic Skills as Barenko's on the podium. What a move that was for the position as Dartella spins round as well. Toxic Sway. Lucas says Sue because he spun out from first as Barenko does absolutely fantastically through Maggotts Beckett's to take that place back from him as he's going to keep it round as Apex Finley comes across the line to win. I missed that. The gamer comes through to get second place. Barenko gets third. Logic Skills can only get fourth. Norwich hits the wall and moves down to seventh place due to penalties. Jack and Toxic Sweet take 5th and 6th there. Chaslik through to take 8th. DH Saucy is going to come round the line. He's going to get 9th place. That's 2 points for him. Darl Taylor is going to get 10th place. He's going to get a point as well. Lazy Chicken Wing will take that point away from him. And Spuffy Roche, Jay Davies, Darl Taylor, Nontaz, who's on the grass, will not. And Barenko is very happy with that move as he did a sort of switchback move into Maggotts and Beckett's there. That's brilliant, and Leo might be able to make the race in the Alpine car for round 2, which I believe is Portugal if I go and quickly check. So I think if we were to have an overtake of the day, I've just seen Barenko made an absolute brilliant pass, as that's the end of round 1, and the leader of the championship so far is the man who finished first place, which I actually cannot remember. Hopefully Leo can make the second race. Who breaks it, Maggotts? Who knows, mate? Who knows? Apparently Bossman took out there's the podium then. Got Aston Martin on the top step. When are we ever going to see that? Maybe we might see Sebastian Vettel do that. Or maybe even Lance Stroll. The game says there are none to make of the passes for the overtake of the day, but Apex Finley leads the championship, of course, as you can see here with the points standings. As we didn't think Charles Leclerc could be down in 16th place. The constructors, though, Aston Martin gets off to a brilliant start for 40 points already, with a first and third place finish. Incredible from them as AlphaTauri get 18. Red Bull and Haas are joint on 12 points. Alpine with 8 points. As we are going to get underway with the next race, and as I told you, it's fast paced. Lazy Chicken Wing apparently is going to get the kick for taking out 4 cars at once. As the next race, of course, is the the Portuguese Grand Prix in Portimao. Haven't raced there in GWF yet, but we will be racing there as soon as possible when the season gets finished and underway again. Who spins first like me? Oh, well, happy for Finley. Maybe not then. Big Dub. Sorry, I accidentally took out some cars post control. I mean, you can't really accidentally take out 4 cars. I don't know what happened there. You might not be in the next race. But look, you can even see the standings right there. Apex Finley and the Aston Martin in the lead of the championship over race 1. Portugal, like I just said, is the next race, as everyone needs to ready up very quickly. Maybe Leo can make it. It depends. He might be missing out on the first 2, but it would be great if he can get it for the Alpine team, who only have 8 points to their name right now with Skip Butties. As I can't tell you they're good off the start, which is quite annoying, because I need to tell you where everyone's starting. As I figured out that James Biscuits were AFK, so he's also at the bottom of the grid as Joe Bradley joins in the Ferrari, making it 18 drivers now, I think, unless somebody's left. I don't think anybody's left. No, I can still see 18 people in the lobby. I can actually see, I think, 19 people in the lobby, but that's obviously me. I forgot. Bossman is apologising to Josh for I'm so sad now for Bossman. Did you get kicked, or are you still here? Because Portimao is a great track, and if you can race here, taking out people will not be the greatest, because it's a very bumpy, very undulation-y track. I think I've only actually heard there's 30 metres from the lowest point to the highest point of this track, but it just changes so often that you think it's the most elevation changing track. I think that's an interesting one. He got kicked. Barenko has seen that move, and that was a brilliant move, a switchback. I was on board for it. It's absolutely incredible. If I can quickly get to race director, I can tell you the grid is... Oh, and Jack is on pole for the race. The Gamer's on second place. Lucas is in third. Charles Leclerc is another mentionable name. He's in sixth. Toxic Sui in ninth. Norwich in 10th. Apex Finley, the winner of last race, in 11th. Barenko with a move into 12th. James Biscuit again towards the back of the grid. Can't go through it all, but there you go. Well, boss fan, you can watch the stream anyway. Unfortunately for you, it's going to be the second race in Portugal. Apex Finley leads the championship. He's starting in 11th, and it's lights out and away we go. It's a brilliant getaway for the Haas in behind of the McLaren. He's up into third place already. It's a brilliant getaway for the Alpine driver. There's people going off the track completely there. Could there be an engine going off? There's a Ferrari. Joe Bradley's just joined. There's about 6 cars off there. There's a massive collision which allows Charles Leclerc to get up into the podium place. Joe Bradley gets a 3-second penalty for severe collision with Apex Finley, who won the race last time. As there's even people round at turn 4 as DH Saucy got a brilliant getaway off the line, as there's a massive collision at the back of the grid there, but Jack will get away with a 1-second gap into the first few corners already. James Biscuit with a penalty ready for multiple warnings as he went off the track. He's up in the Alpine car, up into 8th place already, as Nontas is right up his rear end. Norwich up into 5th place, as there's even more yellow flags for Spuffy Roche, who gets round. Can't even see where he's gone round there, up in the huge crest as he's round again. That's a Ferrari of Joe Bradley, who's causing so many collisions already in this race, and he's only been in it for a few corners as Jack is just steaming away in this 1.2 second lead for him. Just a massive collision into turn 1 there, all caused by one man, and that's Joe Bradley, who got tapped around. I'm not sure who by, is Lucas, who spun around and retired from the race up into P4 in this race, but not as much as Charles Leclerc, because look at this. As you can see, all the cars coming down. Charles Leclerc right behind his team. This is a brilliant start for AlphaTauri. Not so much for the Aston Martins, as there's side by side going now is Toxic Sui and Norwich fan is Ruben and Josh going side by side up into turn 4. Can they keep it pinned? I'm not too sure if they're going to spin or not, as Norwich fan loses the position and going off the track is Toxic Sui, as Lucas goes off the track as well, gets a 2-second time penalty on the second lap here, as James Biscuit and Nontas are fighting for position. Off the track goes Nontas, but James Biscuit makes the move done. He's got a time penalty, as we know already, as Nontas is going to want to try and come back at him. He's not going to have the space nor the time to do that, as Apex Finley goes round again at turn 4, as the podium right now is a double for AlphaTauri. I'm saying that, hoping for a TikTok to be made by Josh. A double AlphaTauri podium with Jack in the lead of the race in the Alpine. Norwich fan down to 6th place, as Apex Finley again, he wants to extend that lead. He knows that Jack is very strong, and Jack, I think, actually will be taking the lead. Actually, no, I think it will be the Gamer who will be taking the lead, but he's going to be giving a massive tow to his teammates. We're going to go with this battle as Skip Baptiste makes the fastest lap of the race with a 1:17.4 as Charles Leclerc ends in 2nd place. The Gamer's going to have to defend from Lucas. Is there going to be any contact? There might be a little minimal part of it there, as he might go down the inside. He's going to hold it in. He's going to keep 3rd place right now. Lucas with a 2-second time penalty, he can just stay within that gap if he gets overtaken, and he will still take the place back as we enter the 3rd race. Go on, Jack, says Leo. You might be kicked out of the Alpine actually, Leo, because James Biscuit's in there. He's in 6th place, getting really pressurised by 2 cars there as they make contact. Luckily with no damage and 5 lappers, they're not going to be in with damage. Barenko will probably overtake the day within these whole next 12 races, locked in the first race in Britain. Gets into 10th place. It's points playing for him. It's not great for Aston Martin. They got 40 points last time. They're only in for 1 this time. There's yellow flags in sector 2. It's a Red Bull of Logic Skills who is off at well, we all know why he's gone off there. We've all spun at that corner at least once in our lifetime, as Jack is 2.6 in the lead as he enters into the final kind of curve corner. As you finish lap 3 into lap 4 with 2 laps to go. That Red Bull is round again off the track, and it's not looking like a great one for the Red Bull driver or the Red Bull team in forwards. Is that him round again? He's not. He's just going slowly to try and cool off the tyres. As Nantas gets past Norwich fan, who goes really wide off the first corner, and he's going to have to go round the outside. We're going to come on board with this one. How much is he going to lift off? Oh, he makes a big mistake into there. The DRS is open for both of them though, as he gets the DRS of James Biscuit. And he's going to keep the move down. No, he's not. It's James. Norwich is going to go down the inside. He's going to keep it. He's going to go too wide there. And Norwich has to give the position back, I think, as he's now going to have to be going side by side with Dial Taylor, who lifts off a little bit there. And James is 1.8 behind the car ahead, but he's got a 4-second time penalty now. I'm getting caught up on my words, but it's very fast paced. As I've said, as the AlphaTauris are playing a team game of trying to just keep in the DRS as the winner of the last race. Apex Finlay is the gamer almost went round there on the sausage curb as he retires in the pit lane. Thank you very much for that. And they're keeping the game, the team game of stay in the DRS and just get home with the car, as they're going to cross the line for the last lap of the race. Temp then is in the lead of this race pretty comfortably. If he spins out now, I'm sure he'll be very annoyed with himself for that one. He's a very strong driver. He should be taking the lead of the championship by this point, as Apex Finlay actually comes out onto the track as James Fisk gets another time penalty around Portimao. He'll be dropping quite a long way, possibly even out to like 9th place. He's been disqualified for multiple penalties. He has got too many time penalties for going off the track that he has to retire from the race. I have not seen that in a long time, as he gets disqualified for the 2nd race in a row. 0 points for him. That is not great, but the hat of Toxic Sui is going to want to look for a last lap move. Ferrari was parked on the racing line at turn 1. Then my tyres were on 500 degrees the whole time. Yeah, I saw that of the Ferrari just getting spun around and causing a massive crash. So he's going to go down the inside, touches the swing on the last lap of P3 of the podium. The Haas driver wants to get this done, as they're going to be going side by side through these corners still. They're both going to get DRS still. Charles Leclerc is in P2. He's going to have a comfortable, there's a little bit of contact going on there. Is the game actually going to get DRS? I'm not too sure, but the slipstream might be powerful enough to get him through. Temp wins the race. Charles Leclerc comes 2nd. And the gamer comes across the line in P3 to secure it. Lucas in P5 has a good turnaround from the first race, as Nantas in finishes P6 on track. P7 due to penalties. Nantas in P8. And Norwich ran up into P6. Decent result for the Ferrari driver Parenko. And Joe Bradder almost got points after that first up incident, who finishes in 10th place. Saucy going to come across the line in 12th, as Logic Skills will come across the line in 13th. And yeah, another brilliant race. Turn 1 was a lot more eventful, with Joe Bradder who finished 11th in the end. Toxic can aim a podium. What a battle. Yeah, it's a great battle there on the last lap. If DRS lasted a little bit longer, it started, well, as the straight straightens out, we could have seen on the line move for that, as we still got to wait for Logic Skills, who, I'm sorry for doing this, but we're going to have to frame you a few times if you keep spinning, Logic Skills, because if you're the only driver left on the track to finish the lap time, you've got 1 minute 45 to finish, mate. 1 minute to finish. How do none of you have school? It's called half term. Mate, as he spins again, going through the last corner, he gets lapped actually by the winner of this race. As the next track is Italy. Is Italy Imola, or is it Monza? We'll find out in a minute. Is it going to be the Temple of Speed, or is it going to be a very historic track, as Nantas claims driver of the day for his moves? Jack didn't even get a warning. Very dominant performance from him. And I mean, James got disqualified. So the Alpine team doing well with the win, but another driver getting disqualified for them. as they're going to as Leo might be able to join back soon, but is Monza, the Templar Speed, is the next track up on the board for the 5-lap championship. The leader of the championship, I think, is now Jack, or it might be the Gamer because of that podium. Double AlphaTauri podium, like I said, brilliant result for them. I don't know why I'm looking at the race director, to look at the standings. As Temp leads the championship by 1 point to the Gamer. If he can be consistent without the Gamer, he might be able to win the championship here. As Apex Finley, even though he DNF from this race, still is in the top 3 for the championship, as AlphaTauri take the lead of the constructors by 9 points. Alpine getting up into 3rd place, as nothing is going to be secured just yet. It will just be very temporary here. So we can be loading up the next race. The next race is going to be a hectic turn 1. It's a slow corner. We're going to see some dive bombs into turn 1 as well. I wonder who's going to start at pole position as well for this race. It's Belgium. I thought it was Italy. Well, it's still going to be a very slow corner for turn 1. We're going to see some Radion to Eau Rouge move. I thought it was Italy for some reason. What did I think it was Italy for? I meant it was Spa, Templar Speed. No, Belgium. Spa, Francorchamps. It's what I've meaning to say. Got another comment. Hasn't popped up just yet on my phone. Let's do this, says Josh. He wants to do something in that Ferrari. He's 7th in the championship right now with 14 points. 1 point is the gap between 1st and 2nd in the championship. Whoever finishes ahead of each other in this race will be leading the championship by the end. Unless Apex Finley can pull another win out the bag like he did in the British Grand Prix for Aston Martin. So obviously AlphaTauri with that double podium will lead the championship right now. As yeah, thanks Ollie for streaming, by the way, appreciate it as always, mate. No worries. Just something to do, isn't it? Really, just something to do. Whilst I'm sitting here doing nothing. It's a rainy start in Spa. Neo's on pole. Jack is on 2nd place on the front row. Charles Leclerc in 5th. Marenko in 3rd. Joe Brad in 4th. Gamer in 6th. Taylor in 7th, Dr. Speed in 8th, James Biscuit in 9th, Norris Fan in 10th, Apex Finley in 12th, here Saucy in 11th, and that's what I'm going to get through for now. It's so starts here. Will there be one championship point given for the overtake of the week? Probably not, Marenko. But then, rainy start. I'm not sure if it's inters or if it's wets, but it's going to go to 5 lights. It's lights out already. That's a quick lights out there. As Neo, how's the getaway going to be there? There's going to be so many cars just sketching about, and it's the wet compound tyre. I can see it's the blue wall as Temp goes round the outside. Jack goes round the outside. He's going to keep it pinned as there's 2 cars going off. There's 4 cars going off. As there's so many collisions going on, and the Red Bull drivers out, and Taylor, Neo. There's going to be so many people here. There's so many. There's a massive crash at the back there. Huge crash going on as they're going to go up. Radion to Eau Rouge. Anybody spinning off? This is a brilliant exit there. And here comes Jack down the Camel Straight, or the Camel Straight, I don't know what it's called. They're going to go side by side into the chicane. Who's going to brake later? Who's going to have the most confidence into the brakes? It's going to be Jack who's going to have the most confidence. Apex Finley's in 4th. Dalteli's is really just skating around there. As James Biscuit's up in the 10th place as well. It's, wow, a massive crash. Josh, can I join back please? Big crash as Rapini, a big one. Massive crash at the back there. Somehow most of them have still kept it close in the race. I'm going to have to say, as Neo is really falling back as he's got so much confidence under braking there, as they're going to be going side by side into Pouon. And another hectic turn 1, another hectic, well, crashing overall because it's a wet start. I'm sure nobody was expecting that, but Jack is going to be taking the lead of the championship, and it's going to be a commanding lead of the championship as it stands, unless he spins in this race. It's going to be very easy to. I mean, look at that, the blue wall tyres with the blue car. Looks pretty nice. There's a duo there. There's a Mercedes and Neo just joined. He's already in 2nd place. He started on pole. It's a very lucky start for him as Darl Taylor's. Look, there's no DRS, so it's very easy to defend. But I mean, of a corner or a place like Eau Rouge to Radion or whatever it is, Radio onto Eau Rouge or whatever, blah blah. It's gonna be very easy to overtake if you get enough of a good enough exit. As a yellow flag, is that because people going slow, or is that because of people spinning? It's because of McLaren spinning. He's round there. That's going to take him into probably last place in the race, as it is last place. As here rather than going on board with Jack, we're going to hear a little lift, but you're going to have to cut the corner there. And anybody else spinning, we're going to just follow through everybody through Eau Rouge. It's getting really close to the Ferrari teammate there, Joe Ballard, Norwich, doing very well. Schultz doesn't spin, Barenko doesn't spin, Logic doesn't spin, neither does Charles Leclerc, neither does Shazek. Lucas not having a great race today. Apex Finley also not having a great race. He's dropped down from 4 places. They're going to make a bit of contact, they're going to spin round, and that's probably Spuffy Roche's fault. I mean, Apex Finley didn't really move anywhere closer. There's another crash at the top of Eau Rouge there, as the Gamer's getting passed by a Norwich fan and Joe Ballard. Both the Ferraris moving it forwards now. On the podium is a Ferrari that's diving down the inside as the Gamer, as the Williams spun round. Norwich is into the lead of this race, leading this pack into 3rd place as the Gamer wants to keep this going in 4th place, trying to keep it going, keep this championship going for as long as possible, as Jackie's going to try and keep it. I'm thinking what to say. Keep his lead of the championship as Dale Taylor spins round again into last place of the race. Can you join? If you're in the Discord, yes you can join. If there's enough room, which there isn't enough room for you. There's a McLaren round again before we even get to poo on there. Dale Taylor decides to retire from the race. He's in 16th place. His wet's probably overheating somehow in this massively wet period as Charles Leclerc wants to get into the points, and he's going to be going side by side onto the grass. He's been pushed. He's had to lift off massively there, but he's got a massive exit there, and he's going to go side by side with Logic Skills as they're going to go into the bus stop chicane. His brake's so late there. He's going to keep it at the inside line to the next corner. He's had to cut almost quite a lot of the corner there, but he's going to keep it round. They're going to be continuing to go side by side. As you can see, the Red Bull is right next to him into the first corner. I don't want to see anybody spin it over to Radio because I can't really keep it there because they're going to be going side by side. Maybe a little bit of contact going on there, not quite as the exit really goes to Charles Leclerc, because we're going to see something go up surely here. Don't lift off, keep it going. As what is his camera angle for side by side for Eau Rouge? What's going to happen? He's have to cut the whole chicane as he almost goes round. Somehow he's caught that. And is that a legal move? I think it is, as he goes side by side into Eau Rouge to Radion, and he's kept it going side by side as well into the chicane. It's Barenko and Saucy, and Saucy really did just Sorry's round. He really did just leave it like cutting off Barenko almost there for Toxic Suisse. He leaves the session. Spuffy Feds Roche retires from the session. Lucas up into P12 now as Norwich is keeping it on the podium. A Ferrari podium. Norwich fan 7, Josh, is on the podium. Again, I'm saying that for a little bit of a TikTok going on there, mate. So there you go. Jack then 3.2 seconds in the lead yet again. Norwich fan 6.7 seconds behind, as the Gamer is in 4th behind him, trying to close him down so quickly there. A collision I'm seeing of Logic Skills to Shaznek is going to happen. Sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong, by the way. I don't know what happened to my microphones there. So it's the fastest lap of the race, does Jack. Still 2 laps of this race to go. Norwich fan is going to sit here in 3rd place. He's pulling away from the Gamer, and he's really improving from his previous results in this 5-hour championship so far. And down the inside is James Biscuits. Is a much bigger improvement off his last 2 race results, as Joe Ballard has to almost give way position as Charles Leclerc gets into 8th place, and going up into Eau Rouge. There's going to be no moves on there, any spins, as Joe Ballard gets really tetchy. That's not a place where you want to get tetchy, especially in the wet as well. You do not want to be moving around that much up the fastest and bravest corners, I have to say, in the whole of F1. As Neo just joined his 2nd place. It's a brilliant performance from him. No from pole. Well, I've just said that he's got a 2-second penalty. So is Barenko though. 7th place and he's actually using the esports line, isn't he? There's a Red Bull and a McLaren who's tangled, I think, or just a Red Bull is tangled with himself. Yes, he has. He's round again, resetting the track constantly. He's even reset the track in front of the Haas driver. That is just silly. Stop resetting the track, mate. You've got to just keep it going. Get out of gear 1 for a start before you try and go full throttle, because now you're getting stuck. I think you're on manual gears. He's retiring from the session, and it's coming through the bus stop chicane to start the final lap of the race. It's such a long lap, especially in the wet. Has he gone faster still on this current lap time? No, yes he has. Of course he has. Why did I even start to say no? Oh no! No, I didn't get to see it. There's too much going on. Norwich fan is down to 8th place. It's a podium finish for him possible. He's lost it out of corner, which I just didn't quite see. Devastating for him as James Biscuits up onto the podium now. We know that because it's the last lap of the races. The gamer wants to try and get the best exit. Is he going to try and take it flat out through the wet? Well, James Biscuit isn't. Neither is the gamer. So he keeps that podium position for now, but look at the slipstream that he's getting off of the Alpine. We're going to see a last lap move for the podium position here. He's going to try it, breaking deep as James Biscuit is. His yellow flag in sector 1. Don't tell me that's Norwich round again. I think it was as he lost it. Yeah, but he has, because Shaznek is really gaining on him, and he is going to gain on him enough to get the pass done before the braking zone. He's going to try to keep it pinned though. He's going to be going side by side. It's very clean racing there as he gets the move done straight away again. Can they keep it going again? No, they can't. Norwich up into P9, well, down into P9 I should say, as James Biscuit is actually now 1.2 in the lead of the gamer. As it's going to be double Alpine podium now. Another double podium in this Viper Championship so far. As this will be the longest race because it's wet and it's the longest lap anyway in Spa. Next one is definitely the Temple of Speed in Monza. Lucas with the 2-second time penalty. And then Jack, a commanding drive again from the front row to first place. It's the second win in the row for Jack. He'll cross the line. He's going to win the race for the second time in a row. He goes faster again. He takes the lead of the championship, and he extends the lead of the championship as Neo, in his first race of this championship right now, takes home second place. James comes across the line, a double Alpine podium in third place. The gamer comes across the line, so good performance from him in fourth. Joe Bradden in the Ferrari in fifth, Barenko in sixth, Charles Leclerc actually takes sixth off him for that penalty. DH Saucy on track finishes in what is Lucas doing? He's cutting the whole chicane as Shaznek, Norwich fan, overtake DH Saucy with those penalties. Lucas will not get passed by Apex Finley, who's since that win not just completely dropped off, and he's going to finish last place of the actual finishers as Jack wins again. Look at that for a pose. Driver of the day for James Biscuit. Up onto the podium for Alpine. It's a nice result for them as Jack tops the podium again. There goes podium, goes Jack, Neo, James. Great drive from me, and anyone can join. Well, it was a great drive until you crashed. Well, I think you crashed. Top 10 then. Jack finishing P1, taking home 26 points. Neo in second, James in third, the gamer in fourth, Joe Bradder in fifth, Charles Leclerc in sixth, Barenko in seventh, Shaznek in eighth, Norwich fan in ninth, DH Saucy in 10th, taking home the points. 15-point gap to the gamer in second place now. It's Alpine, AlphaTauri, Aston Martin, all the A's at the top. James up into 9th place with that. I think that was a 3rd place finish for him, as Apex Finley moved down to 4th place, still only with that 1 point scoring position. Parenko again with that overtake of the day. So brilliant for him. Is there going to be another crash into the next turn 1? I'm going to put my bet on it, because it's Monza. Very slow corners into Monza, especially turn 1. There'll be a few people outbraking themselves, probably rear-ending, and I think we're going to see a crash anytime soon. Again, I've got it wrong. I'm not sure what's happened here. They've taken Italy off. Italy is not there. I think they have edited Italy off. I'm going to have a look at what it was before. Because before it said... yeah, Italy was supposed to be after Portugal. Italy has now been taken off, and added instead of that is I don't actually know. No, he said 13 tracks, not 12. So he got rid of the Italian Grand Prix. So it's Bahrain next, the Bahrain International Circuit. This will be an interesting one. Again, into turn 1, too many people probably being outbraking themselves. So yeah. The grid then. I can't access the grid, so that's sad. And there he is, the bottom of your screen. Leo is in. You do. There you go, there's my singing. This lights down, away we go. DH gets a drive-through penalty. Sorry for that, I didn't actually realise James is in the lead. Jack is already into a 3rd place up there as well. Is there going to be a big crash into turn 1? Surprisingly, it doesn't look it. Right now, anyway. Is it going to be Nikita Mazepin? So many people going slow off that corner. There is going to be Nikita Mazepin as he goes spinning into the... hitting the barriers, not spinning into the barriers, just hitting them. And taking them quite a while. Joe Biden up into 3rd place as Neo gets a 10-second time penalty. I don't know how that's happened. I think he's round as well. No, he's not. It's Saucy is the one who's round. As Jack is already into the lead of the race. Same old, already into the lead of the race. There's a McLaren almost going around there. I don't know how he has saved that one. As he now double Alpine 1 and 2. You can see on the back there it says Alpine because they are own manufacturers for their cars. So yeah, pretty decent start for everybody off the line. I think that's Saznek who's round. Taylor who gets down a place. Pretty sure he's round. Oh, is it actually round? Yes, it is. Williams is really on the curb. Wouldn't be surprised if it was on the curb. I won't lie. So, I mean, that was expected, most likely. But that's not the end completely. For Darrell Taylor, you can still get in to the top 10. As is Leo even racing? I don't know if he is. I'm not sure. We'll have a quick check. I'm just checking something quickly. back in the lead. Of this race. James in P2, Joe Bradder in P3, Charles Leclerc in P4. Just letting it filter through right now. Nothing much, wouldn't say, happening right now, as there's actually something going on. A move into turn 1. Well, a move on the straight turn 1, I think that was, or maybe it wasn't, as an Alpine 1 and 2 still, as Joe Bradder in the Ferrari somehow still keeping that there. Pretty amazing from him, as there is a Nikita Mazepin almost at the same corner, just a little bit onwards, and you'd be right on the money. Who's just been here right now? He would be not quite. Coming in though is Neo, who retires from the session. So does Saucy retires from the session as well. And not a great race for Neo for the second. He did get second place last time, but did not do it in this second race. Sorry, that he had. Alpine going probably leading the championship after the constructor championship, and they're going to have a driver leading the championship by at least 22 points, and with the gamer being in 8th, it could be a little bit more than that, I'd say. So they're going to have to try and prevent Damo's imitation here, but he's second behind Apex Finley. Unless he can get in there in time, the DRS detection point, which is already passed, he is going to be dropping backwards. Not dropping backwards, but he's not going to be flying forwards. So yeah, that's that. Never realised how difficult it would be to not have a second commentator. It's Apex Finley. He's going to go side by side into turn 1 with Norwich fan there. Going to be clean racing. He's going to go for a switchback move, and he has got it done because he got into the curve. He went too deep into that corner. Is he going to get the DRS in the second time round? He will get the DRS in the second time round, but I don't think he's close enough to go for any type of move on Norwich fan. And that was a brilliant switchback from him. As New Berlin enters the pits, and please tell me you're retiring. I don't want this to be in a bad way, just because I really don't want to have to sit for another 40 seconds afterwards to watch you as you are not retiring in the pit lane. You are genuinely just pitting on lap 4 of a 5-lap race. Again, I'll go back to it. Alpine 1 and 2 looking quite comfortable. It's a pretty overpowered team if you ask me. It could be just a double Alpine championship for them. They're going to take the lead of the championship, as they're actually both just looking spotless. No real mistakes. There was no real mistakes. Charles Leclerc is 2.5 seconds back, so a 3-second time penalty for James Biscuit on the last lap here will actually be quite nice for the AlphaTauri driver to try and keep their constructors fight going. Ace of the boss. Oh, 2-second time penalty, so it'll be a 2 seconds. So he will not be within that gap in time. Even if Jack gets a penalty for that though, he'll be fine. Lucas up into P4 on the last lap of this race as well. Norwich trying to get a move on his Ferrari teammate. Does he get DRS to Ferrari? Yes, he does. The slipstream might be a bit too much. They might even make it 3 wide into turn, I can't remember what turn this is called, but I think it's turn 4, is it? Maybe, I don't know. As it is 3 wide now into a corner where you don't want to be going 3 wide, because any contact can make you spin exactly like that. As Joe Bradder just doesn't leave him probably enough room, but you don't really go side by side through there. As the Alpine of James Biscuit, I think, went round as well, so it's not a 1-2 for them anymore. And the Ferraris, both of them are passing. There's a podium for a Ferrari, as James Biscuit's going to go down the inside. They're going to make contact, and he's going to go really deep into that corner, and Joe Bradder is going to get the move done on him straight away anyway. But James Biscuit with DRS is going to come back on him. This is very dirty from the Alpine driver, and I'm sure there's probably some frustration going through him there. They're going to be going side by side. We've got a perfect view of it here, and he's backing off his Joe Bradder, as he's going to probably go down the inside at this next corner. He's going to look for it. He's not going to do it though. As what an exit this could be for the Ferrari drivers. They might even both be able to go down the inside. As Joe Bradler's definitely going to try it down the inside at the last corner. No, he's not. He's going to be backing off, but going deep and leaving enough room. Is James Biscuit there? He's not going to get the DRS. Is there going to be enough time for him to get across the line? As James Biscuit gets a podium finish. Norwich P4, Joe Bradler P6 because of penalties. The gamer enters the pit lane before he gets across the line. Logic Skills gets his first points, and Barenko gets a point in the championship. And hectic finish there. Apex Finley in 5th place. Charlotte Clark got a 2nd place. It's still is a double Alpine podium though. Quite dirty, if I say so myself. But I'm going to have a little bit of a guest to join right now. If you can guess his name, it'll be very, very nice. What's his name? His name is... Wait for him to join. We're waiting for him to join. We're still waiting for him to join. As New Berlin crosses the line into last place, and here he is, Mr. Leo Lyon. How are you doing?
Hi everyone, sorry that I'm not racing. I was gonna race, but then I had to do stuff, so I'm good though, thank you. It's been good so far. I've been watching the stream, so hopefully we can improve.
Yeah, I never realised how hard it was to commentate with one person. Like, there's no silence. If I'm speaking, I don't know what else to say. Normally you're there waiting to say something, and I've got nothing else to say. So, you know, it's a bit awkward, but now you're here. It's great. Yeah. All Dubs in the house. So, as Jack is dominating the championship, as always. 3 wins in a row for him now, on the bounce.
The next track will be Russia, so that's going to be...
You probably dominate that as well.
Yeah.
I think we might have a big fight, massive fight for the championship. Because he's not like he's already... Ooh, how many points clear is he? 35 points clear. And what, 4 races in, I think? Incredible.
Let's have a look at this.
He's just built different. Clear. He's just really is built different.
Yusuf, man, Jesus. Wasn't expecting that from him.
Yeah. Pretty good performance from him so far. But AlphaTauri with 2 people in the top 3 of the championship. The constructors though, like I said, Alpine are in the lead of it with their results today. So be a double Alpine podium, double Alpine championship with the constructors and the drivers.
Yeah.
It'll be a massive run down to turn 1 this time. Probably be another turn 1 incident. Probably the straight before that. Straight before turn 2 there'll probably be a massive crash as well.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be very interesting.
To say the least.
On 86 points with Yusuf. So the 2 AlphaTauris aren't actually doing too badly, so they could be on shot for constructors here actually.
Remember to spectate as well, you don't want to be in a Mercedes commentating. Unless you do, then that'd be interesting.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Imagine I just didn't tell you and I'm like, and it's lights out and away we go, Leo gets a good start, I've got a great getaway off the line here, hold on, I'm going to go for P1.
That would be interesting. So we've got 7 seconds now then.
And it's lights out and away I go.
Yeah, it's almost Halloween, crikey.
It actually is. 28th.
There's some people in here that I don't actually recognise.
There's a lot of people in there I don't recognise. Maybe because they don't get a place in tier 1.
Buffy Fetroch, Di Taylor, Kajajnek.
Yeah. Oh, they have added Italy back.
Oh no, we're doing Italy.
They realised that Italy was not on the calendar like they said it was, or the race schedule. So this will be even more interesting than turn 1. Brinko's room? I haven't seen Brinko's room. Where is it? Oh, it does.
In general.
Look at that. 35 points. Already.
Yeah, so we shall be getting into lights out in a second, which Ollie is obviously going to do. So yeah, it's
I used to do it for
interesting.
12 races. I've done it for one. I've done it for one race in GWF ever. It was Azerbaijan,
And that was because I was racing.
and that was because you were racing.
And I
So
had a shocker. So
yeah, but I mean nobody saw because I mean I don't know what happened, but I mean the stream just ended randomly, and then you know, yeah, it was weird.
yeah, you sort of
No, I didn't. I didn't end it. You know, it just ended randomly, and I couldn't join back, and I couldn't even go live again. Couldn't even say what happened. Anyway, back to the 5-up championship. Italy. Be rain again. He's killed it, and this makes it even better into turn 1 because they're going to be outbreaking themselves because of the wet and because there's a massive pile up. Right then. Can I see race director this time? No, I can't. So I don't actually know who's starting where.
Neither can I.
I don't know why I can't see race director. I saw it for Belgium. I saw it for can't remember the second race. Mine's gone blank.
Or like, oh, here we go, Ollie.
Here we go then. 5 lights to the Italian Grand Prix in the wet, and it's lights out and away we go. That's a Dars with a jump start. I think he tried to predict when the lights are going out, but he's going to spin anyway into Charles Leclerc, and I don't know what is going on here. There's a massive crash.
No,
They will have no idea how to start in the wet.
That's all caused by Dars. That's all Dars. What an idiot.
And there's even a
No
McLaren run
offense
of Lucas as well, was somehow Jack is through the carnage up into P2.
No offense to- Oh, well, that is just Jack for you, isn't it?
And it's just perfect start for him.
It's just Jack. What the hell?
So let's run through that start again. Dars, who's in last place right now, starting from second on the grid, jumps the start, which is one bad thing in itself.
Yeah.
Then,
and then just
gets on the
spins
throttle
and
way
causes
too
a
quick.
Lucas. No, logic even.
Logic is round
Logic.
in the Red Bull. So
And I
many
think that
people
was
going
New
round
Berlin.
another
Yellow
wet
flag.
race.
Charles Leclerc is down to P11 with a 10 seconds time penalty. What a crazy race
He
start.
started from pole, gets rammed into, and then other people probably panicking, probably trying to move out the way. They spin into other people, or it could,
Yeah.
and because of they were that far off the line already.
There, everyone is being so cautious.
Yeah, they were already like up enough on their revs and stuff, so they could go
Yeah.
flat out, or not like, well, very close to flat out. So it wasn't
Yusuf-
caused by that. As
And
Yusuf is,
that's some aggressive defending on
Yeah.
Spuffy Fett, Roche. Oh, and again on Asa.
and he's actually Spuffy Fett Roger slows down.
Oh, Spuffy Fett Roche. Oh, and Yusuf is side by side with Asa. Only a little moment there. These guys are going side by side through Parabolica. This is going to be so interesting.
Oh!
Contact, and they're both off.
Another
someone's been
dirty
connected.
move there. Logic will just
Yusuf.
come through and just take the position back, but that is dirty driving again, turning in on him.
Oh, it was almost 3 wide into turn 1 there.
Yeah, I saw that as well. Norwich found him down to P11.
Lucas there.
And
Just cuts the entire track, and that's Joe
Rupert,
Brad around.
Yeah. Mercedes run as well, I think. Dars cuts the chicane. I don't know what he's doing there. He's got server drive through and a 10-second time penalty. And this race is now Tauri round, which has been collected by so many people.
Jack!
And
He's
Jack
down
is
into
even round as
P5,
well.
He's gone off at Lesmo. Lesmo 2.
Look at the Alpine, by the way, in the wet. This looks even better.
I know.
But what? Oh, who's that round? I can't see. New Berlin's round.
Berlin.
As
Down into
what
position
happened
9.
as Jack went round? I think I can't remember his name. Went round.
Roch.
Alpha Tauri went round. He collected about 4 cars in
Yeah.
him. So that was at the first
Roch
Lesmo.
tyres.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of that already. As
Yeah,
look at the leaders. Taylor.
Yeah.
He's not been doing the greatest so far, but he's in the lead of the race.
Not doing too badly here in the wet.
Yeah, I mean James is catching him, but without the DRS, for help. Could do a miracle here as Jack is already backing up into P4.
Oh, and yeah.
He's got the move done before.
Marenko.
Is there going to be some moves
yeah.
into the second
yellow
chicane?
flag.
No, there isn't.
Off
Dars is-
Parabolica.
Yeah, not the greatest race for him.
Apex Finley!
And he is really not having the greatest time since that win in his first race. He keeps, well, he's still in 5th, to be fair. I mean, Charles Leclerc got collected right at the start of the race. He's not going to be very happy with that. You know, he
Norwich
thought,
round and Lucas are now they were side by side. Into the 11ers.
well, they were trying it. Disqualified for going the wrong way now. It was Dars.
And James Biscuit has really gained on Di Taylor here. And we could see an overtake into turn 1, depending on what happens.
Depending on what happens to Parabolica. Let's have a listen. What happens here?
Oh. Di Taylor's gone a little bit wide there.
Yeah, that's not going to help him too much, but the exit will help him quite a lot. As the yellow flags, I don't know what that's for. Purple
James
lap time.
for the fastest lap of the race.
Yeah, if Jack wins this race still, I'll be so surprised. But that exit off the last corner, going wide, actually helps out Di Taylor there. Lucas gets past.
Has passed Norwich fan. In Parabolica, I think there was a little mistake there.
Yeah.
For Norwich. 8 are disqualified then.
Indeed.
Norwich fan breaks late. Right into the back of Lucas, and there's a little bit of concern and that forces Lucas. Has a little bit of a moment there.
I mean, it's in the wet as well. That doesn't really help when you get rear-ended.
There, off New Berlin, round a turn 1 to 2 chicane. Are you allowed to reset the track in 5 lap championships?
I'm guessing so. Everyone's doing it.
Everyone's
But what I'm finding interesting is, right, the new people that we're seeing, I think they're all in manual. They don't go out of gear 1 and they go full throttle when they're resetting to track. It's very confusing. You need to really not do that, because otherwise you could be in big trouble with
Is James Biscuit then? Oh, James had a moment.
He did.
Logic skills passed by Yusuf.
And as for a points position as well, he's even gapped them by a second. Oh no, by 5/10, sorry. Looking at the wrong person.
But is James Biscuit going to pass Di Taylor here then?
Going on to the last lap, Di Taylor is leading this race. With the carnage that happened at turn 1, he carved his way through. With what happened to Jack as well, he's really carving his way through. But the slipstream, even in the wet, is massive as Apex Finley.
Oh, late braking there from James.
Yeah, he really needs to get a pass on him as soon as possible, as we know that he's not very strong. Di Taylor through the first chicane. But coming through the... I can't remember what it's called. Oh, this curve is called. It's called like...
I don't know. I don't know what their chicane's called. If the chicane.
The chicane.
Penalty.
The chicane that looks like a chicane. I think that's what it's called.
Yeah, that's what it's called. Into Lesmo 1. James Biscuit. I don't think he's gonna get this win here.
I hope that he doesn't. Not because I've got anything against him, just because Di Taylor, if he wins the race, this would be an amazing performance from him. As Jack was really making it up here. It's only made the gap 2 seconds.
James Biscuit, there's going to have to be a move. Oh, and he goes for it into Ascari! What a send! Ooh,
but keeping the position.
I think Di Taylor's got it.
I mean, did you see James in Bahrain? James in Bahrain did go very aggressively into turn 10.
He really breaks late.
Which he has done, to be fair, but he's gone wide, too wide, as Di Taylor is somehow going to come across the line. He's going to win the Italian Grand Prix in the 5 Upper Championship to take home 25 points, as Jack gets the fastest lap, of course. Barenko then in P5, he let his teammate pass. That's interesting.
Charles Leclerc is going to come home for P8, I think it will be when he crosses the line, P7 even.
It's not much fun. Makes himself spin on the line, same thing with Lucas. New Berlin is going to come across the line in 9th. He's going to take home some points, I think.
Yeah, well done for New. Oh, we got 2 second time limit for going off there, New Berlin.
Oh my god. Imagine that cost him points. He'd have been fuming.
Oh, I know. takes home the last point.
Yes, he did. Fullbacks on this game is so annoying because Apex Finley. Skip Butties keeps starting at the front, I swear. He's the fastest, keeps starting very high up. We can call him Dylan, by the way.
Who?
Di Taylor.
Okay, I'll call you Dylan then.
By the way, he's saying, oh, his name's Dill Taylor 6, is what he's saying.
Dill, right, okay.
His name is Dylan, so we can call him Dylan Taylor. Did he win the race, or was it somebody else?
Dylan won.
He did. Dylan won. He won the race.
Do you guys do you know what Dars, you know, the guy at the beginning, do you know what his tag is?
No.
In Discord?
I don't.
Mm.
But in Berlin is P9. He's quite happy. I think he's quite happy with that. But I mean, if Dar starts like that off the grid again in the wet, it's going to be a horror show.
Absolutely.
Spins into somebody.
So the standings then: Jack leads the grid by 50. Yusuf P2 with 52 points. Charles Leclerc P3 with 50 points. James Biscuit has overtaken Apex Finley and is 1 point ahead, with Charles 2 points ahead and Yusuf 2 points ahead of Charles.
Very close.
So I think
apart from P1.
Alpine are probably going to
take in the constructors.
The constructors.
Unless something massive happens in these last like 6 races or whatever it is, 7 races.
Oh, by the way, I think Dars has got kicked.
I'm not surprised after that start. No offence to him, but I mean,
what is he doing?
What is he doing? France. Please be wet. Please be wet.
I didn't even know this was on the announcement calendar.
Please be wet. Please be wet. Please be wet. Please be wet.
It's meant to be after Russia.
It is meant to be after Russia, yeah. I think they're getting rid of Russia, which is quite annoying.
Let me just check track select.
13 drivers left now after everybody leaving.
Yeah, they've got no. Russia's round 10 now, I think.
Okay, they added it.
Russia's round 10. It's France, USA, Azerbaijan, something Russia.
Okay, they might have got rid of Singapore or Mexico then.
No, Singapore's there.
They got rid of
there.
Okay, they got rid of. Oh, I don't know then. Australia?
They didn't have Australia there in the first place.
Did they not?
No.
And then, can I see race director this time, please, so I can go through the grid before?
Oh, it looks dry. No, it can't get.
It's dry, but it looks like it's been raining.
Could affect tyre temps here. You gonna do lights out again?
Yeah. I need all the lights out I can get, mate. Because you do it in the races.
I do it in the actual races. You're very right.
How many rounds are there in the normal championship?
I think there's actually more here.
Is there? I think there's 10 in the...
We're Belgium next week. So 8, 9, 10, 11,
Here we are then.
14.
5 lights on. And it is lights out for the French Grand Prix. Lucas on pole, Barenko in second. Finally, Jack starts from the back, and so does James. As going into turn 1, normally there's a huge collision here. As we're going to filter back to the back of the grid, there is no real collisions in there. Turn 2 normally as well, and it's clean.
Dylan, side by side. Asa goes miles on the track. Oh, and he has to back out of a move there.
Dylan braking so late.
Phineas side by side, and Yusuf has gone round. I think. No, he's just tried to make a move on Norwich. Logic Seagulls and Yusuf are side by side. It's almost full wide as Logic Skills making massive contact with Yusuf. What a crazy race start! And Norwich fan has lost a bit of time. Not Norwich fan. Joe Brad has lost a bit of time to Logic Skills. It's almost full wide here.
It's going to be 3 wide at least.
Almost forward.
Oh no, it's not. It's going to be 2 wide, maybe.
And Logic Skills backs out of the move, but Norwich fan very aggressive defending on Yusuf there.
Yeah, there's a car around. It's Charles Leclerc, I think. New Berlin's round. Yep. Charles Leclerc went off the track.
Side by side with Charles Leclerc. Big ball moments here.
Big balls moments.
And James Biscuit's going to keep it stuck in. I think there could be an incident between these two. James Biscuit's definitely got a warning for that one.
Yeah, that would have been an illegal pass.
Yusuf has cut the track there to try and get side by side with Norwich fans, but he's not even helped to anyway. Oh, what
but
a
he is now.
Move.
Send
it.
And
Norwich has made contact.
Ooh. As Lucas still leads the race. Good first lap from him.
The Alpines aren't doing that great today, are they?
I mean, they have been started from the back. I think probably on purpose. I won't
But
lie.
here comes Jack. Speaking of that, he's trying to try and go, should I say, round the outside of Logic Skills, and he does quite cleanly. As Dylan gets a 2-second time penalty at the same time as passing Barenko.
Yeah. So that probably might be an illegal overtake, I'd think. So it'll be interesting to see where he lets him pass if he has to.
And it's James Biscuit round. I think he made contact with Charles Leclerc, and Charles Leclerc is trying to get back at Joe Badder, but he can't quite do that. So
He can't quite do that. No, he can't. Because he looked like he was side by side. Is the slipstream strong enough down the straight? Not enough for a move. Definitely not enough for a move. With DRS though, probably would have flown past
Skip
him.
Butty's almost made contact with Yusuf there. Norwich Frank goes wide and cuts the track. So did Yusuf there.
Yeah, I'm not sure how. Oh, he does have a penalty. I was gonna say. Not quite sure how he wouldn't have had a penalty from
Charles
that.
Leclerc and Joe Bradder are side by side. How is this one gonna fare?
There's a little bit of contact as well. I saw the
they're
hand of
still
Charles
side by
Leclerc go
side,
out.
though. And there we go. Almost there.
Almost, not
man,
quite,
5 laps
almost.
is really interesting.
Yeah, they're so fast paced. It's amazing.
I know.
It's just
Can't we
super
just do
fast
this all
paced.
the time?
Always everything happening is James Biscuit is round.
James Biscuit, no.
Contact with New Berlin.
His race over.
Alpines
But he would have
only
given up
bring
any
home
points.
4 points.
But, Skip Butty then is passing Yusuf here. But
Yeah.
actually, no, he's passed him. I thought they were side by side. As Yusuf is past him. And what's happening up ahead? Apex Finley has overtaken the Williams of Ace of the Boss. And here comes Norwich Run. Is he going to go for a move down the inside? Oh, and there's contact between those two. Ace of the Boss is right on the gearbox. And there goes Norwich Run on Ace of the Boss. But he has to back out, which then allows Jack to try and go round the outside at this corner. But that... Is Jack going to be right onto Norwich Run as Charles Leclerc passes Logic Skills? They're going to be side by side.
They're going to be even going too wide as well because if they've both got DRS, it's just a slipstream fest completely here. They're going to be going side by side for the first to this corner into the chicane, and Norwich cuts the chicane completely, and he's going to have to take the run off, so he loses the position, and he's going to climb back onto the track, and there's contact. Somehow they both not even spun it like round each other. They just hit the wall and carry on with the race.
Yeah, and Jack is now approaching Ace of the Boss really fast here. As Charles Leclerc has actually been passed by Norwich Fan, and Norwich Fan actually almost runs deep there. Look at how close Jack is to the back of Ace of the Boss here in the Williams.
He's even going to go for a move probably to the second last corner.
Oh!
He's going to go wide because of it.
Two.
Aston Martin, by the way, 3rd and 4th. This is a brilliant performance from them so far.
Has run away with this race, and that is Logic. No, is it Logic Skills?
I can tell you,
it's
Charles
Leclerc.
Leclerc is round. New Berlin want to coming through, try and get points again. This last
Skills
2
and Norwich
laps.
Fan are side by side here.
Are they?
Oh, there was contact between those two, and that's Logic Skills gone. Norwich Fan.
Oh! He just caught some air.
I was just about to say that the fact Norwich Fan left Logic Skills in no room there.
I
that
didn't
was a
see
big
because on my
impact.
screen it said Norwich passed Joe Badder on the straight, so I went to Joe Badder to see, and then there was nothing there, and then the next thing you know, he's catching some air. But Joe Badder does not have DRS. New Berlin in the points now because of that incident, and
As look,
you might see a bit of a move.
Close this 2, 3, 4, 5 train is even. As Barenko's looking for a move on his teammate. I can't quite pull it off, as every one of these people have got that red flashing light at the back of their car. Barenko's going to go for a move.
Oh, he's been shot off by his teammate!
And that's Barenko gone.
And the Aston Martin teammates could have been getting a 3 and 4. They've just got to keep it on the track and not collide with each other. And that's exactly what they've done. They've invited Jack into getting a podium, and this is not what he wants. Well, it is.
This is not what we want.
But I'm not giving anything away. I'm not taking anything away from them. But right now, with the 2-second penalties for everyone, he's taking home 2nd place somehow. He's just relentless. He doesn't stop.
But Jack has, in fact, oh, he's only got 1 warning. I thought he had 2 warnings. So, in fact, he's only got 1 warning, which is actually quite unfortunate. As Norwich Fan has actually now passed Barenko.
Yeah, and Jackie might even pass Apex Finley on the track because he's going to be going side by side or trying to. Switching line was Apex Finley there. Even more contact.
Could this send Jack round even?
Even more contact.
Very aggressive defending from Apex Finley.
I can almost hear the Scouse accent on him going, oh, what are you doing?
Is that going to cost Jack P2 here?
Oh, it could.
She's going to pull away.
But he's going to have DRS.
With DRS, and he's going to have to clean air, which is going to allow him to win against Finley. That's going to be a penalty for Jack. Yes, it is. He's got a 10-second time penalty.
Oh my days. Not even his fault.
That's none of his fault. What is Apex Finley doing? As James Biscuit has passed it up into P9. Something's happened at the back with Joe Breda. Charles Leclerc is now right on the back. But that was a massive, massive incident. And Skip Botties is going to be looking to try and pass Dylan on track. But I don't think it's going to happen for him. So unfortunate for Jack then.
Yeah. I'm so glad that you actually came here because I only got like 5 hours sleep. So I do not have the energy. I don't know how you've got the energy.
As Norwich fan has passed Barenko, coming around the final corner, but Barenko is going to take home P6, I think.
Lucas
Maybe
wins.
even P5.
Dylan Taylor gets P2. Apex Finley gets P3. Barenko
P4!
does get P4 from all that.
It's a 3-4 anyway.
He spun and still got a 3-4. Jack gets P7 with that 10-second penalty.
So I don't think he'll be best pleased about that one.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't his fault. He actually got fully rear-ended, like...
Apex Finley says he's not letting you cheat to get past me.
He didn't really cheat, did he?
Yeah, I'm a little bit confused there. But that is interesting.
Hold on. I'm having a bit... This is a bit weird.
So the standings then, and it's Apex Finley up into P2 in the championship. Apex Finley has passed Yusuf, but Jack is now only 45 points clear.
Yeah. Lucas has to leave.
Why?
I'm not sure who that is. Oh, he just won the race and he's got to leave. He's got to go.
Well, that's a bit sad. That's a bit sad actually. Jack is not best pleased. I mean, I wouldn't be either. Shocking.
Well, that's interesting. He could have got a podium, but then Apex Finley just thought differently.
He didn't. What? That's so confusing.
USA! Yay!
Oh, so fun.
Love USA.
So do I.
I'm not gonna lie, Apex Finley's a little bit being deluded here. So from our point of view, I mean, Apex Finley is now in second by 1 point. So that's very close. But what happened from our point of view, right? Apex Finley moves to the right, go defensive, moves on right at the end, nothing happens, no one touches. Tiny bit of contact, literally nothing would have mattered. And then Apex Finley cut across, and then there was a contact on the side pod. They went side by side, nothing else happened at this point. They're both now out of DRS of Dylan, but obviously Jack gets it anyway. They then come around the corner, he gets DRS, flies past, he just gets rear-ended completely. Alright.
Hello?
Hello.
So yeah, he literally, that is a little bit of delusion, in my opinion. As right there, in my opinion, there was nothing that Jack could do.
Yeah, you can't
And
really
I'm
do
actually
much.
gonna do this commentary standing up.
Oh, let's go. You're like real life, mate.
Yeah. I usually do it sitting down in my wheel with my wheel and chair and that, so let's do this then.
30
Commentary.
meters up. I could stand up, but I've got like
Yeah, I can stand up.
I've got a high bed, so
Oh right.
I'd literally
I've got
be
a
looking
low
at my
bed.
bed, and I won't be able to see the TV. So
I could just about see the TV, but it's a little bit bright outside. It's obviously going to be dry. I mean, it is the USA
yeah,
after all. So let's get into the race. Maybe I should usually do all races standing up. Maybe I'd be able to give a little bit more energy. All right. Is there a race Saturday or is it a break?
it's a break. I can get into the race direct. Who's starting from pole? It's Charles Leclerc.
Charles Leclerc. Norwich did say he'd start Charles Leclerc on pole. I think there was an incident between those two.
Norwich is 11th. Jack is 10th.
I don't know. I control that.
Everyone else is left, but here we are then, coming to 5 red lights to the American Grand Prix, and it's lights out and away we go. It's Alpine, it's an AlphaTauri, sorry, 1 and 2 right now. Any instance into turn 1, he's getting squeezed off the right and left hand side of the track.
Ferrari, oh, and there's contact with the Haas, and it's full wide going into turn 1 even, and there's an and that is James Biscuit round, I think, at turn 1 with Jack.
Rapini.
Has just passed Norwich fan, and now Norwich fan is behind Jack, and Jack is looking for a move on Dylan. Apex Finley is there. Could there be an incident between these two again?
Possibly, but I mean...
Oh, there he goes! He's round!
Oh my days. Wow.
And Dylan's also round. I think there was contact with him and Apex Finley. Unbelievable race start here in the 5 lappers. But that's Apex Finley round as well. Unbelievable start to the race. As the Aston Martins and Alpines have had a shocking start here.
Yeah, I mean, you've got even more energy when you stand up. Jesus Christ. You didn't breathe for the whole first, like, 2 sectors almost.
And look at that. Charles Leclerc has pulled away massively here. Almost
yeah, New Berlin's on the podium.
A second and a half away from Yusuf.
New Berlin is on the podium. So...
Yeah, New Berlin is on the podium with Jack. Passes Rapini. They're side by side. That's Rapini almost round. And Jack almost round as well. He's going to go for a move into this corner. This is where Carlos Sainz and Daniel Ricciardo in the real life GP were side by side. And it's now coming into the 4 apex corner. Jack does actually pass Rapini.
Wow, I mean, this... Every lap 1 of these 5 lappers so far has been crazy. Because you've not got time. You've got to get past them straight away. You can't waste time on
and there's
waiting.
something happened at the back there.
There's a Ferrari going for a move on the Williams. He's going to go down the inside here. And there's going to be a little bit of contact on the side pod. It's going to be round for the Williams almost.
He almost sideswiped in there.
There's no Kimi Raikkonen on the side of the track there. I definitely would have been under the damage like that.
Joe Bradder! No, is that New Berlin or Joe Bradder? As Joe Bradder actually passes New Berlin here. So the man in the Haas has been passed by the man in the bigger team in the Ferrari here. And then yellow flag to sector 1, that's Dylan again round. I think at this point you are going to have to retire as the 2 Aston Martins had a shocker from their last race. And that was Rapini round even. Jack is just trying to catch back up to Ace the Boss with a 1.6, now actually 1.4 second gap to him.
He's going to want Ace to stick within the gap with the train that's going on there, with so much illegal weaving going on in these 5 lappers.
Yeah, there's a lot of illegal weaving as James Biscuit is right at the back of Norwich fan, but Norwich fan is now right in the back of the Haas driver of New Berlin. This is holding him up massively and causing the gap. Can he make a move into this corner here? Yes, he does. What a move from the Ferrari driver. Then it could be a switch back from New Berlin. There's contact on Norwich's gearbox. Are they going to be side by side in the 4 APS corner? No, New Berlin tries to switch back even, and that's great racing. Very close, as James Biscuit could even try and come at New Berlin coming into the straight. That's going to be a warning for New Berlin there, going wide at second to last corner. DRS is enabled from Charles Leclerc then. 3 second gap for the AlphaTauri driver to his teammate.
The Alpine is going to go side by side as well with the Haas drivers with the better exit. He's going to go side by side at the turn 1, and they're going to go for a move. He's going to brake later on the inside. He's going to go. He's going to keep the move.
He's been given room, and there's going to be side by side into the S section, and they're side by side still. There's a little bit of contact on New Berlin's side pod, and there's a little bit of more contact on New Berlin's gearbox here. And Skip Bottas gets past Ace the Boss whilst being
forced off the track. It's a slip off down into position 8 then, and it's a 7-8 for the Alpine. At the moment, it could turn into a 6-7, 5-7 even, as New Berlin's going to look for a move on Norwich fan, going around the outside of the hairpin corner. This is great racing, very close, and there's no time to breathe even here, as James Biscuit's going to be close to him, as New Berlin goes into the side pod of Norwich fan. Is he going to be 3 wide coming down the main straight here? Yes, it will be. It's going to be 3 wide into the hairpin. This is the Lando Norris, Carlos Sainz moment, but Norwich fan, he's going to be the one to back out, as James Biscuits move under braking to go around the outside of New Berlin, as Yusuf gets pulled by Joe Brad. Them two are going side by side, but it's even closer here, as James Biscuit is still side by side with New Berlin, down into the corner of where Daniel Ricciardo, like I said, and Carlos Sainz was side by side. As
It's gone round!
Berlin!
Got on the throttle way too quickly, and he has to go round there, which just allows everyone to pass him so much easier, as it's now become a 4-6 in the space of about a sector and a half from what you said would be a 5-7. So
And it's getting even closer here, as is Jack going to make the move on the track down into turn 1. We could see it. They're going to be side by side, but James Biscuit could even go for a move on Joe Brada. They're side by side. James Biscuit goes for a move on Joe Brada, like I did say, and he's got in front of him, and Jack is now up into P5, past Norris fan. Joe Brada is right in the back of James Biscuit, coming into the S section. Unbelievable racing. It's so tight.
oh, he's rear-ended him.
Skip Butties even gets a 2-second time penalty. Coming through the S is just exceeding those track limits, and so does Apex Finney. Wow, this is so close racing.
Joe Brada rear-ended James, and that almost pushed him right across the track to have to cut the whole of the last section of the S section there, because he really got a massive shunt into the back of him. So I'm surprised I just kept it going, and Charles Leclerc is 4 seconds in the lead and might get the race win.
Butties though, he's gonna make a move on the main straight. Is he though? Is there gonna be a send from the Alpine driver? James Biscuit goes defensive, try and leave. Oh, he brakes very late. Does skip Butties and almost making a collision. He's going to stay down the inside, brakes even later. Joe Brada does leave him the room. He turns left. James Biscuit, I think he's trying to give Jack the DRS. They're still side by side on the Ferrari and the Alpine. This is a great fight between these two constructors, and Jack has made contact. So surprised didn't go around there. Almost side by side into the quadruple even. Apex corner, what a switch back move from Jack, as Joe Brada actually now is down to P5, and Jack's got to pull away 2 seconds if he wants to keep the position.
I think he'll do it easily, to be honest. I mean, Joe Brada went a little bit too wide there. He might have to let his teammate Norwich fan by, so he can try and stick with the Alpine, but I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think team orders will be happening on the last lap of the race.
Skip Butties could get this point. Norwich fan gets a 2-second time penalty.
That makes it a lot more easy for him.
I was just thinking that Skip Butties even could be given DRS by his teammate to pull away, as James Biscuit's really caught up to Yusuf, but I think
it's over.
That's lost him the position then, as Charles Leclerc then is probably a guaranteed winner here in the USA 5-lap Grand Prix. He's 4.5 seconds away from Yusuf now, his teammate, and the Tauri and Alpine constructors, they are 1, 2 and 3, 4 here, but that is going to
Ferrari 5 and 6 as well.
Ferrari 5 and 6, but that will go even less, as the 2 Alpines are side by side even. I don't think James is going to fight it too much, and now Skip Butties is really catching up to Yusuf here, and I think he's just going to try and hold him off, as the 2 Ferraris looked even to be side by side. Joe Brada gets a 2-second time penalty for multiple warnings, and that will actually allow Jack, I think,
he's done it,
to get P4
3/10. He's 1/10. 1/10 in this corner is all he needs.
Alpine. And Charles Leclerc gets a penalty, but that's not going to matter. So he's going to come across the line here to win the USA 5-lap Grand Prix. Great race from him. Yusuf then is under pressure from Jack, but that's not going to matter. Yusuf gets P2. Skip Butties P3. But that's actually going to turn into a P4 as Joe Brada gets P5. Norris fan P6.
How has he done that?
Under pressure from Apex Finney, but he's going to get P7 for Apex Finney. New Berlin gets P8, and H to the boss gets P9. What a race for the 5-lap USA Grand Prix.
Pushing so hard, he got the fastest lap. It's mental. He's just, and of course, driver of the day.
Standing up is really working there, isn't it? Maybe I should do this for the GWF Grand Prix even.
Yeah, I mean, what's he doing? Well, mate, you're embarrassing yourself. Stop with the dancing, please. You've won the race, I know, but come on, it's too much. It's Alpine.
Yeah.
It's quite satisfying. goes AlphaTauri, AlphaTauri, Alpine, Alpine, 5 Ferrari. In that order.
Yeah, that is very,
No
very
different.
satisfying. As let's look then. Yusuf has gone up into P2 as Apex Finley down to P4. Dylan and Barenko have lost their position. Norris found up into P6. James Whiskey up into P5. As Skip Butties have now only got a 41-point gap here. And I think that is not going to change. I think that Skip Butties has probably
Pulled away
won
too
the
much.
championship. Pulled away
Dylan
too much
Taylor,
in
by
those
the way,
first 5 rounds.
says commentating is quality. Good job, you two. So thank you very much for that.
you.
I mean, he's won a race,
Thanks.
so yeah, you'll have to see it from Dylan Taylor.
Yeah, maybe, yeah, standing up is the way to go, I think, Ollie.
I'll try and stand up. I'll be like a bit too tall.
Being a
I
bit too
can
tall. Oh,
see
and
it.
it's Azerbaijan! Woohoo! This is going to be very, very interesting then.
I think they should do a reverse grid of the championship, to be honest, because it'll be me and you two on the front row if we stop spectating. So
Yes.
just look at this, Willie. Look, boom, there we go. I'm starting pole. Just that. I actually feel a lot better standing up. I'm not gonna lie.
No, I know.
It just feels way better.
you
I have no idea why.
You can express a lot more energy, I feel.
Yeah,
Because
and I
you're
can put the
moving
control
around,
there,
you know.
actually.
Do.
I can do some star jumps.
Yeah.
I can dance.
That's my daddy.
Dun, 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 dun,
I'll break my bed if I'm not careful.
dun. Oh, don't do that.
No, I don't want to do that, do I? Oh, it's going to be even more carnage. Just tell one. Imagine, just going to say imagine here. Imagine a wet Azerbaijan.
Just imagine it quickly. Hold on. Imagine it. Wow, what a race that would be.
Oh, that would be absolutely entertaining, but I do not think if it happens. If it does happen, I think a lot of people will be going to calling for a 5-lap and race restart.
Go on.
It's dry, unfortunately, for this race. But off you go, Ollie, then.
They need to pay us,
You're
says
fine,
Boss Man, by the way. For commentating, apparently. I mean, I'll take it.
I
but,
mean,
you
I'll
know,
take it.
I'm not saying they have to, but, you know, I'd take it. You know,
No,
like
no,
20,
I'd
20p
take-
per
I'd
word
take-
would be nice. I speak a lot more than that. I speak a lot more than I am now if I get 20p per word.
Oh,
Right
yeah,
then,
100%.
4 seconds until we start the lights. I'm standing up. This is hype. Ready? Watch this.
Right then.
We got
Here
1
we
light,
go.
2, 3, 4, 5. Red lights to the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. It's lights out. Away we go. James is on pole, and he's gonna get a decent getaway. Especially on the cars behind. It's gonna go 3-1 into turn 1. There's gonna be contact. There's gonna be a massive contact, and there's 30 cars around. There's about 10 cars around. As a Norwich fan is up into P5 somehow already from the start. Soloko up into P4. Ace into P3. Yusuf into P2. I think Jack got caught up in all of that as Parallax is in his first race. He's constantly spinning around in the Red Bull. He's back into the last place. Dylan's into 11th. New Berlin's up into 9th place. There's massive contact as there was going 4 wide at some point through turn 1, and they all just collided on the inside wall.
New Berlin is right on the back of Boltby here. And could there be a move coming into the chicane? No, he does think better of it. But is there going to be any side-by-side action coming in to this corner as Yusuf already gets a 2-second time penalty for track limits? Is he going to make a move down the inside? No, he does break a little bit early, but there goes Skip Butties. Side-by-side, that's not going to work into the castle section.
Oh, big contact! Makes it spin round!
But also let's Dylan and Boltby are being blocked by each other, and Boltby's literally just not moving out of the way here.
And now Parallax is even involved in it as well. So massive contact there.
Yeah, I won't be surprised if someone gets disqualified here.
Yeah, they're all just sat still in the middle. I mean, it did break really suddenly into the castle section, so it does make sense that he had that happen to him. But I mean, bit dirty from Jack, but you know he's got a strong way through the field somehow.
James Biscuit's won this race, you know. And Joe Bradder has passed Ace of the Boss. Is there going to be a move back at anyone? I don't think that anyone is actually close enough to make a move here. It's been an interesting race start. Like we always say, lap 1 is very interesting, but the rest of the race here in Azerbaijan, I don't think it's going to be that great.
I mean, it's already pretty spread out.
Speaking of, it's pretty spread out here. But speaking of, is Ace of the Boss going to make a move on Joe Browder coming into turn 3? I don't think he's going to have the slipstream and straight line speed too.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people with penalties already. I mean, it's literally lap 2. We got Yusuf, we got Norwich, we got obviously the 3 people that got caught up in the castle section. They're also going to get penalties. They were just relentlessly driving into each other.
Oh, there's a yellow flag, and Ace is really lagging. That's Parallax.
He's around again. And Boltby's actually have to go for a move down the inside here. He's not got enough pace to get past him before the braking zone is going to go, being going side by side, and he's gone way too deep into the corner, and he's just not even got a position by a long stretch.
Very lucky damage is not on here.
He'd be out completely.
I think a lot of drivers would be out.
About half the group would be out, mate. So that's lucky that damage is not on. I mean, that first corner incident.
Made a lot of contact with Ace of the Boss there as he was trying to go for the move around the outside. Now we're into turn 15 as Ace of the Boss makes slight contact with the wall there. That's going to allow Jack to have the slipstream. Could he even make a move into this corner? No, he can't. Brakes very late, and he might get Acer into the fast-paced chicanes as Acer is really lagging, and his internet is not great. His internet connection is not great. Should I say? Oh! Well, almost gone. And Jackson is not going to overtake Ace of the Boss here due to that little bit of contact as DRS now does get enabled.
Charles Leclerc back on the podium. If Jack stays here, the lead of the championship will be cut down, not massively, but I think Team Order should come in for Yusuf to let him pass. But I mean, probably won't happen.
Yusuf is the one in P2 right now in the championship.
Is he? What by? Is it by 1 point?
Yes, it is.
So Charles Leclerc will try and get past him naturally, and with that mistake by Yusuf, it might be a lot easier going to the chicane. He hits the wall as well. They're going to be going side by side, not even side by side. Norris goes down the inside. Why has he done that? Switchback! What a move into the wall! Oh my days! They crashed, hit each other. That's all his fault. It's round. That makes it even worse.
Was gone from Ace to the Boss there. They made contact, but Yusuf is
Charles Leclerc messing up through the Charles section, sorry for that, and he's gone round as well. Nice one, it was a P2. He got rear-ended. Charles Leclerc into the wall.
There goes Norwich fan. What a start to the race this has been, and yet another incident with AB and Norwich fan. As Norwich fan goes into the wall there, AB is not gonna have. No, but he might actually. Depends. I don't think it is. He going to have it. I have not enabled telemetry. He is going to have the DRS, I think. But he's not going to be able to pass him.
We're going to see he got the DRS. And he's really catching. Might be able to get him into turn 4, maybe? Is what I was saying. I was being a bit slow with it, but... Oh, he's still 5 tenths, 4 tenths almost now as well, and he won't be happy about the issue that he had with him, because he did get rear-ended completely, and with Jack messing up that bad.
Oh no, it's aggressive defending.
And he gets spun into! Hits into as well into the wall. That's a bit payback, to be fair. But with Jack in 9th place, Charles Leclerc in 2nd.
He's going to go for a move on New Berlin, and he does. Past New Berlin, and Norwich fan then is going to be right on the back of Charles Leclerc after James Biscuit has run away with this race.
The gap is being cut down by 14 points right now to him, as Charles Leclerc is now going to be almost round.
No, that's not going to work. That's not going to work.
And he backs out. Don't know why he's backed out. He had the corner. He could actually block him into the wall.
Norwich fan, in these 5 lappers, is being incredibly aggressive. I don't even think he's been this aggressive in the actual league races.
I mean, there's damage in that. I mean, he can afford to tap his front wing a few times in this because it doesn't really matter. But depending on how bad Norwich fan does on this exit, this corner, and the next few as well, he could be double passed down to P4.
That would be embarrassing for Norwich fan, especially after the amount of aggression we have seen, like Ollie did just say, and there goes Norwich fan.
How did he not spin round Charles Leclerc? But he's going to get DRS on the return. But
comes Apex Finley. Is it going to be 3 wide? Here he comes. He's going to go round. Charles Leclerc's outside. He's the Aston Martin driver, and then double defence from Norwich fan there. And Charles Leclerc.
It's round.
The one against double pass, but Norwich fan's gone round here. Oh my
as we've seen though, the last straight DRS is going to be so crucial. It's so long. He might be able to clinch his P2 back, but Norwich is now down to P6 as well as he turned in to Yusuf. That is all his fault. And there's a massive crash here as somehow Jack is up into P6. What is this? Somehow he just gets everything. But he turned in on Yusuf and then collected a Williams as well with him. So that's not great, as he's actually going to get past now. He retires. Charles Leclerc needs to close a gap of at least about 5 tenths to be able to pass him on this final straight. For Apex, Finley is going to go through the castle section. Any mistakes going to be made? Ooh, little tiny tap of the wall there. It's not great. And again, if he doesn't get DRS, it will be all over. But he could get DRS, so it's not all over. Bolt B gets 10th place. But then, before this, I think nothing else will really happen until the crossing the line of James Biscuit. He's going to come through the last corner now, down the long straight, with a 9.7 gap to the car behind. He is going to cross the line and win the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. It's very dominant from him, but Apex Finley is really did not put away that much as he wanted to. His DRS is now open. Can we see the last corner? It's going to be so close. Who's going to get it? It's Charles Leclerc who gets it on the last second. Second place, and Jack gets past for 5th place in the last corner as well. So he only actually gets 8 points. Only gets 8 points up on him. So that's a great downwards limitation for Jack after his little issue halfway through the race. Alright then, Mexico, Singapore, Hungary and Brazil have to go. And Russia, obviously. Can this guy finish the race, please? Alright mate, finish the race. Finish the race. Alright mate, finish the race in your own time, Both Ferraris spun in front of me at the start and then I got blocked at castle section. Oh, that's quite sad. You got 9th place though, so it's pretty decent. Oh my days, this guy has just spun into the pit lane perfectly. And he's stuck. I'm looking that back again. He's stuck blocking the pit lane. Thank God.
So then, I'm just gonna say that I could probably do. I don't know if I can finish the calendar, you know.
It's alright.
Because I've got to go to I've got to go out, should I say, at 3:20, so I could do 3 more rounds, I think. So I'll have to miss the last round, which is such a bummer.
I think there's more than that though, isn't there? Because is Russia 10th? What was the race? Is this 8?
8, 9, 10. Oh my gosh, yeah. Why did Josh make it so many rounds? Crikey.
I should have made it like 10 rounds.
I know, it's a bit long. I've just been told off by my mum for expressing too much energy.
Was it actually just that reason?
Yeah.
Oh my days.
It's a 36-point gap now, though. Jack is really losing it in the final races here.
Yeah, to be fair, you're not wrong.
Norwich fan obviously didn't have a great outing. Charles Leclerc. Could Charles Leclerc pose a threat? Obviously, Alpine have won the Constructors' Championship. I think that's already confirmed. So yeah, pretty clean. You're gonna do lights out again, I think, in a second.
I will.
Can I do lights out for my final round?
Well, it depends on if you leave halfway through.
If I do leave halfway through. You've been commentating for 3 hours. Well, Oli has. Not
What,
me.
half an hour means? I have 4 more. It's not 3 hours, mate.
3 hours?
It
Nah, there's no way it's 3
definitely
hours.
isn't
It's an
3
hour and
hours.
45. It's an hour and 45, it's not even that bad.
It's
We
when did
do
it start?
go then for Mexico.
Mexico. I'm gonna check quickly.
Mexico.
Track select. We've got
Mexico,
5 to
then
go.
Russia.
Mexico, Russia, Singapore, Hungary, Brazil.
Mexico, Russia, Hungary, Brazil. There's going to be another championship. Another one?
Well, that's not going to be commentated on. Sorry, boys.
No, I'll commentate on it.
Yeah, but you won't be here.
Well, it depends on what time it is. If it's like 5-ish, then I'll commentate on it.
If it's
It was like
5-ish,
hot.
I will not be commenting on it.
Why not?
Safe to say, I'm very excited about this. Very excited about doing this again. So I'll do it straight away. I'm joking. And it's your turn, because I know you want to do it.
Alright then, thank you very much, Ollie.
Oh! Yeah, I have. Another one. Another one.
I mean, Dylan, do you want a seat in tier 2, lad? Like a reserve seat for tier 2?
Yeah.
Question. You know what I mean? Oh, this is going to be a very interesting race, isn't? Oh, God. Oh, right. Here we go then.
Lights are on and lights are out, and away we go. Asa is in the lead of this race straight away. As I don't know where Jack is. I can't really see. He's in second. He's in first. Of course he is. He wouldn't be anything else. It's a massive slipstream festa down here. It's going to be almost going 3 wide behind. Down. It's going to be going 2-3 wide down into turn 1. Any contact? Of course there is. You don't see a race without any contact. There's the Alpha Tauri of Charlotte Clerk has spun round, and yeah, he's already second in the lead. Is Jack.
This is crazy, as Charles Leclerc has actually almost gone round as Dylan then, up into P4, so he is not doing too badly. Whereabouts is James Biscuits?
I'm not
He's
too
not
sure.
there. Oh! And Norris fans collected. Is that Karem in the Alpine? That is Karem in the Alpine. James Biscuits has left.
Karem is in the Alpine. Interesting.
Could that cost Alpine the constructor?
Maybe. I mean, he is
Poor Karem.
6th.
Not the quickest.
Is he getting caught by New Berlin? I mean, we know that he probably doesn't like Mexico, and he doesn't have any setups or anything. So New Berlin is catching him a race of the knots. First lap, 2.5 seconds in the
Jack's run away
lead.
with this one, as Apex Finley is on the back, but Norwich fan actually passed. Oh no, maybe not. Apex
Maybe
Finley's
not.
gone. Charles Leclerc.
Norwich fan has gone. Norwich fan,
Teammate
I think, he's
and
getting a
his
little bit
teammates
bored.
taken him
He's
out.
cut the whole chicane. I think we know what's coming next on Rapini. I'm not too
Are
sure.
we gonna have a straight line?
I
Don't
think
tell
this
me
is
we're
the
having a
moment that
straight line.
Barenko said.
No.
How you know
We
that
don't
he's not
want
taking it
to
seriously
now.
anymore. He straight lines people. He's got a 10-second penalty. His race is over. I think we're going to see what's going to happen. He's pulling over to the right-hand side of the
Yeah.
track. Why would he be doing that for no reason? He's going to be
No, he's
surely
pulled
not
to the left.
braking. He's pulled to the left.
No,
He's
he's
braking.
braked.
What?
Yeah, he's going clean, this Norwich fan.
No, he's
Oh,
not.
No, there you go. There you go.
And he's collected
There you go.
2 cars, almost 3.
Oh, he's got a 2-second time penalty there.
He's got about
You can see another
14
straight line.
seconds of penalty. I think Rapini is probably going to lose his race there.
Rapini is
Sorry, Rapini, mate. Don't want to brake too much.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh no, he's going across Alpha. He's gonna smash into somebody else. Oh, poor guy. Apex Finley's been taken out. Oh wow. I mean.
And as Apex Finley's being collected by Charles Leclerc there.
Oh wow. That's how you just know that he doesn't care anymore.
Yeah. As
If we-
Karem has actually been passed by Yusuf, and here comes New Berlin. Them two are side by side, and there's Karem being a dirty driver.
forced into the wall.
It just didn't break.
He's been forced into the wall. And Boltby and Joe Bradley are now in the wall as well. I think we're going to call this one here.
It probably will be at the end of this race because, I mean, clearly nobody's actually taking it very seriously anymore.
Oh, Joe Bradley's almost had a little moment. As Dylan is up into P3.
Let's go. By 5.2 seconds as well. Go on. Is there enough braking zone to see a straight lining here? Boltby won't do it. Charles Leclerc won't do it. Karem can't even do it. He's not close enough. He might.
Oh no, he has.
He's going down the inside. So clearly he doesn't actually really care. He's going to cut the chicane. Joe Bradley into him. He goes.
Yeah.
And Charles Leclerc might straight line them. Go on, Charles Leclerc. Go on. He's pulling over to that side. No, he's braking. Go on, do it. Do it. Do it. Oh. Alright, well, we'll have 2.5 more laps of this.
Nothing really
and then we'll probably
on
call
there.
it a day because, unfortunately, it's all gone to pot. I won't lie. But, yeah. Dylan Taylor with a time penalty to his name. Don't know if it will affect him too much, especially with the straight line that's going on.
Yeah.
Joe Bradley, do it to him.
Oh, Charles has gone for a move. Oh, and there's contact. Oh, and there's
Contact
Joe
with
Bradley
Boltby as well.
for it. Oh, and Boltby has
Goes
been
a
forced
bit wide. Coming across back on the track. Going to be very slow. And down the inside, he could have gone. He didn't go. Almost doing a Valtteri Bottas.
I mean, there's nothing really happening.
Oh, there is
Joe
now. He's in the
Bradley's
pit lane.
into the pit.
And he's stuck in the pit lane. Brilliant.
He's spun into that pit lane. So 2 Ferraris have had a shocker.
He's spun to the pit lane. How has that just happened? He spun into the pit lane perfectly. Go on, Apex friendly, straight line him, lad. Straight line him. Ruin his race. Go on.
No,
You've been straight lined.
No, Apex, no. Apex, he's already ruined us this.
Come on, get into the last lap. We've got things to do. Well, we haven't, but we have.
Oh, as New Berlin almost goes round. You can tell I'm not standing up now, can't you?
Yeah, I mean, you can just tell that everyone doesn't actually care anymore, don't you?
Literally. Apex Finley
He has done it!
Straight line Rapini.
We missed it, no, man. Go on, Rapini, return the favour, return the favour, return the favour.
No, he's trying to keep it clean, bless him.
Aww. Sad. Just do it. Just do it, mate. Just absolutely do it.
Is passing Boltby. They're going to be side by side. Is Boltby going to force Charles Leclerc into the wall?
Yep.
Yes, is your answer.
And is he going to force him back in the wall?
And he sends it on Charles Leclerc. Oh,
and sends him into the wall to get a 2-second time penalty.
2-second time penalty.
And probably an illegal overtake as well.
Boltby 2-second time penalty. This is not going serious anymore. So we are going to. This is going to be the last round of streamed 5-lap championship until later.
Yeah.
Would you say, Ollie?
Probably, yeah.
As Apex Finley disqualified. I think he took out Rapini.
And yep, he did. I think. As Boltby goes for a massive send, and he spins himself around. Oh wow.
Yeah. As Jack then. Oh, Dylan's looking for a move on his teammate. But he can't quite pull it off, unfortunately. But I'd like to say, oh no, Dylan, don't lose it there, lad. I'd like to say, I'm sorry I wasn't here from the start. Thanks for everyone who has watched the stream. Obviously, we're going to watch Jack cross the line and take the championship win. Thanks to everyone who's watched this.
And as it crosses the line,
great rest of your evening. There might be another
will
one.
end. Thank you for watching.